I really didn't know what anxiety was. I didn't know what depression. I didn't know what all these mental and like disorders are. Um, Due to the fact that my parents don't really believe in that kind of stuff. They just don't. They just, I guess that's just how they were raised. But let me tell you, it's real and it can happen to anybody. And I'm just going to tell you how I learned to cope with it. Since I was a kid, I've always had this fear of public speaking. Always had it, didn't know why. And I always wondered, why are all my friends, why is everybody else not scared? And why are they like nothing? They go up there and like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. They're like normal, whatever. Uh, they just go up there and like just speak. No issues, no nothing. And to me, growing up, I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that. Elementary, middle school, high school, it was rough for me. But the turning point for me was 8th grade. I had to take a speech class, and all through that time, I was that guy that turned red, sweating, shaking, like my heart started pumping, and there was always this feel like, oh, everybody's looking at me, or everybody's gonna like laugh at me, or whatnot. It's always like that, and I didn't know what to think. I didn't really like the attention. Um, but when I wasn't in class, I was like the class clown at home. Like, okay, I talk like nothing, but it's when you're getting comfortable. So I want to learn how to get comfortable around others. Nowadays, I'll tell you what, I'm not scared. I'm good. But so I took a speech class in 8th grade, and I just couldn't handle it. But the teacher was so good, and she was so confident, and just like make you want to learn things, right? And I was like, man, I want to get like that. And I had the people around there. I had a couple friends, and like I saw that they were like, like they could talk and like nothing, and I want to get to that level. So one day I asked my mom, and I'm like, hey mom, I'm telling you this is what's happening. Like I'm scared to speak in public. I shake, I turn red, I start sweating, and I just feel like people are like, they're gonna laugh at me. My mother looked at me with this face and she told me, this world is not kind. This world is gonna be tough, and it is tough. You're too young to understand it, but I'll tell you what, you gotta learn to stand up for yourself. You gotta learn to speak up. Because if you don't, this world is going to eat you alive. Pretty harsh, right? But it made all the sense to me. So I took that to heart and I rolled with it. 8th grade, I was like, all right, I started to put myself out there, like interacting with others, talking with others, like, when it was a new class or whatnot, I made little changes that helped me. In school, I went from sitting in the back to sit in the middle. I participated a lot more in class. I participated a lot more in projects and like a bunch of stuff. And then I got into sports, so that helped me a lot. Getting involved, making friends, because at the end of the day, when you're do a presentation, I can 100% guarantee you, they're not worried about you. They're worried about what they got to do. So when I got really good at this for a moment, because it was like a high school, still, it was a little rough. But then after a while, I started picking it up, made more friends and whatnot. I'll tell you what, the best thing that you could do when you're trying to speak in public and anxiety hits, it's like, especially when you're speaking, go first. Go first. That's what I do. Pay attention, I raise my hand, I participate, and I go first. Get it over with. Because then you just got to see the rest of the people in the class go. And you can literally see, I've seen it. Yeah, I can see it like, hey, you know what? Everybody's just like trying to think. I'm like, they're trying to like, oh, what's in the speech? How's it going to go? And they're not even paying attention to you. So you go first, and then you just try to kill it. That's what I did. So it's rough, and especially being part of the Latino community, My parents don't understand that. They don't think that having anxiety exists. But it really hit because then when I got out of high school, it hit again, and it hit me so hard that it was so to a point that I was like it was a crippling thing. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to do anything. I was like, I just wanted to hide. I didn't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do nothing fun. I would spend days. I would go to work, but I was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, okay, I know it's anxiety. But then you start scrolling on Google and stuff like that. You know what? Whatever you do, don't do that. Go ahead and get help. Get some counseling. Did I ever get counseling? I did not. But what helped me was talking to others. I was able to open up. And it was like the best thing ever. So if you don't feel confident with your family, I never told my parents. I never was like, until recent couple of years back, now that I'm older, but I never told them. I just handled it myself. But I told a few of my friends, my wife, my sister, and I just spoke and spoke. And luckily for me, my sister, my wife, and the friends that I talked to, that let them know, they were very supportive. And they listened to me and they understood. And yeah, so it's not easy, but if you put yourself out there and you get some help, it'll be 100% easier. Trust me, I've been through it. I go through it here at times. I don't feel it much because one of the things you have to realize, accept it. You have anxiety, okay, but don't let that cripple you. Don't let that stop you from doing stuff. Try to push yourself. The key word is try to push yourself. If you can't do it today, try tomorrow, but you have to try. That's what I recommend people, that's what I recommend others to do. Like my opinion. I'm just a normal guy that just happened to have anxiety all his life and not really know about it. I wasn't even told until I got older. And then I did go to counseling about 8-9 years ago, and she was talking, and it felt nice. I went up there, I got a counselor. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's just try this whole counseling thing. And it works, y'all. This time it wasn't my friends, it was a complete stranger. And they sat there and you listen. You just need somebody to listen. It helped me. It helped me. It opened my mind. And the one thing is okay, I have anxiety. I could take medication, or I cannot. I chose not to take medication because I wanted to for me, I wanted to feel and I wanted to accept it. I'm like, okay, I have anxiety. I'm like, okay. And when you get those weird feelings, those weird thoughts, those real crippling, just realize it's just the anxiety creeping up. It's gonna pass. It'll get easier. You'll live with it, you'll get easier. But like I say, talk to somebody, talk to somebody, get the help. We all need that help. Don't try to do it like how I did it. It was rough for a long time. It was rough, but now I'm good. I do really well. Do I have my issues here and there? Yeah, not perfect, but yeah, but now I went to college. I got a degree in fine arts and acting. I did a lot of stage theater. I did a lot of film. I'm doing YouTube for crying out loud. Look at this. I'm okay being in front of the camera. I'm okay with it. And it helped me a lot. And that's where my practicing of speaking up front, surpassing the stage fright, the anxiousness of social anxiety, it helped me right there. Because I was a part of a really small, close community, and we were doing the same thing. And my goal when I had to do any type of speech, presentation, monologue, audition, go first. I didn't think about the what ifs or nothing. I was like, yo, how can I be scared of something that I haven't even done? That was just a mentality. So I pushed myself. And to this day, I use it. So, and I have a lot of things to be happy for. in life. I really do. But yeah. So yeah, if you ever need help, if social anxiety, or anxiety in general, it's a tough one. My brother, anxiety, I was there when he needed it. I helped him out to the best of my ability. But he went to get counseling. It helped him. It really did. You know, get that help. Talk to somebody. It's going to be fine. You know, don't keep it to yourself. And the road to like getting better is like I mentioned, accept it. It's fine. A lot of us live with anxiety and we cope with it in different ways. And life is good. All right, y'all. So anyways, if y'all need anything else, let me know in the comments. I'll answer. And like I say, this is just my perspective, what I did, what I was told, and what I did to get help and how it helped me. If this helps you, and you like this type of videos, let me know in the comments. And again, y'all stay safe. Have a good day. See you around.